Yepi anya devata bhakta yajante shraddhayanvitaha tepi mameva kaunteya yajanti avidhipurvakam. Hey Kaunteya, Arjuna, Kunti's son. But some devotees, they worship other gods and goddesses also. And they have so much of faith in those gods and goddesses. And even those devotees are also worshipping the Supreme Lord Krishna only, but in the improper way. Avidhipurvakam, not in the proper way, improper way, which is not authorized by the Vedic scriptures and Bhagawan Sri Krishna. In our Vedic religion, we have got not one, two, we have 330 million Devi Devatas, 33 crores of Devi Devatas we have. Starting from Brahma, Shankara, Indra, Chandra, Navagrahas, Ashtavasus, Dwadashadityas, Ekadasha Rudras, 49 Maruts, hundreds and hundreds of Devatas, Gandharvas, Yakshas, Kinnaras, Kimpurushas, Vishwe Devatas, Siddhas, Sadhyas, so many of them. 330 million Devi Devatas are there. The worship of all these gods will also be the worship of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, but in the improper way, which is not authorized by the Vedic scriptures. Bhagavan Sri Krishna says the worship of all those Devi Devatas will actually be the worship of Krishna, but in the improper way. Because Bhagavan Sri Krishna is the Antaryami. He is there as the super soul within the bodies of Brahma, Rudra, Indra, everyone. The souls of Brahma and all other gods also, they also constitute the body of the Supreme Lord Narayana. And at the time of the Nitya Pralayam or the Maha Pralayam, the final deluge, at the end of the 100 years of Brahma, neither there is Brahma nor Rudra nor any god that is existing. Only Sriman Narayana exists. Na Brahma na Ishanaha. That is why the Narayana Shabdam is the most powerful one. Narayana, who will form the support, the substratum for supporting all these Jivatmas. At the end of the day of Brahma, or at the end of the 100 years of Brahma, Naimittika Pralayam or the Nitya Pralayam or the Maha Pralayam, only Supreme Lord Narayana exists. Therefore, worshipping other Devi Devatas is not recommended by Krishna because it is the improper way of worshipping him. That is why pure devotees, they resort to the direct worship of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, who is the sum total of all incarnations of the Supreme Lord Sriman Narayana, who himself has come personally and incarnated as Paripurna Avatara. As we know, Purna Avataras, Rama, Krishna, Nrsimha, Purna Avataras. Paripurna Avatara, where Bhagavan Narayana himself has come, even vacating Vaikuntham. That Supreme Lord Krishna's worship will form the direct means of realization, the direct means of attaining salvation. That is why that Sharanagati is done to Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And if we can do that, we are the most fortunate ones to please Bhagavan Sri Krishna. As he says, Aham hi sarva yajnanam bhokta cha prabhureva cha natumam abhijananti tatve natascha vantite. Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, he is the enjoyer of all the Vedic sacrifices, the yajnas. And also he is the only one Supreme Lord to be propitiated by all the yajnas. When we do the yajnas, the yajna karta, the yajna bharta and the Yajna Bhokta is all Bhagawan Sri Krishna only. And he is the one who is bestowing all the results of all those yajnas. And such pure devotees who worship him will attain salvation, and the other devotees who are worshipping other gods, they do not know the supremacy of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. They have not realized the true nature of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Therefore, the benefits they obtain by worshipping other gods are very, very limited. And such benefits are also perishable. At the most they can last just one day of Brahma, because at the end of the day of Brahma, there will be the Naimitika Pralayam, and all the benefits given by those gods are gone along with those gods. Natumam abhijananti tatve nataha chavantite. They have not understood Krishna in reality. Therefore, the benefits they obtain by worshipping other Devi Devatas is just very, very perishable, will not last more than the one daytime of Brahma. Because Svargaloka, along with all the inhabitant gods and goddesses, is wiped out at the end of the day of Brahma. Kalpakshaye punastani kalpadau vishrujamyaham. Kalpa, 12 hours of Brahma. At the end of the daytime of Brahma, Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Svargalokas will be completely wiped out. Maharloka will not be wiped out, but the residents of Maharloka will move to the next higher Loka. And that 12 hours of Brahma, called one Kalpam, the daytime of Brahma, from our standards, is 4.32 billion years. At the end of 4.32 billion years, those people who worship all the gods and the goddesses, they fail to attain salvation during their lifetime, because such worship of the other Devi Devatas is an improper way of worshipping the Supreme Lord, which is not authorized by him. By improper worship, which is not authorized by Krishna, we cannot get salvation. That is why they say, Ekam Shastram Devaki Putra Gitam. The one scripture, Bhagavad Gita, is the one scripture that every one of us can follow, given by Devaki Putra, Bhagawan Sri Krishna. And may we all be fortunate to follow that one scripture given by Krishna and worship the Supreme Lord and attain salvation by doing that Sharanagati. At the end of this life itself, we are guaranteed to attain salvation. Every one of us, no questions asked, as long as we maintain the three essential principles of Sharanagati, maintaining Pativrata Bhakti, not hurting other Bhagavatas like you who did Sharanagati, and following strict Ahara Niyamam, taking only that prasadam which is offered to Bhagavan Krishna. If not, by worshipping other Devi Devatas, what will be our destiny? Krishna is explaining here. Yanti Vrata Devan Pitrun Yanti Pitruvrataha Bhutan Yanti Bhutejya Yanti Madhyajinopimam. So all those devotees who are worshipping other Devi Devatas, other gods and goddesses, after their death will go only to the world of the gods. They will reach only Svargaloka. And those devotees who worship the Pitru Devatas, the mains, the departed souls, the Pitrus, they go only to the world of the Pitrus, Pitruloka. And those who are worshipping the Bhutas, spirits like Yakshas, Rakshasas, Pishachas, Ganas, Bhutaganas, they reach only the world of the Bhutas only. But only those fortunate devotees who are worshipping the Supreme Lord Bhagavan Sri Krishna, will certainly go to the Krishna Lokam, Sri Vaikuntham. Sri Vaikuntham, Paramapadam, also called Nitya Vibhuti. This world is called the Leela Vibhuti, which is very, very temporary. At the most, it will exist only for 4.32 billion years. For 12 hours of daytime of Brahma, that's all. At the end of the daytime of Brahma, there is a pralayam, and Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Swargalokas are wiped out. The night time of Brahma, equally another 4.32 billion years. No creation at all. And after another 4.32 billion years, when the next day of Brahma starts, all these Jivatmas will again obtain bodies proportionate to their Sanchita karma that they have to go through. That is why our great Acharyas have recommended that every one of us have a birthright to undergo Sharanagati at the lotus feet of our Supreme Lord Sri Krishna and attain that supreme world Sri Vaikuntham. That is the only world going where these Jivatmas will never return to this material worlds of the mortals. All other Jivatmas who go to the worlds of the gods, the Pitrudevatas, the world of the mains, and the Bhutas, they must return to this mortal world after going through the Swarga Bhogas, etc., which are there only for a very, very limited time. Sometimes that time may be very long. If you go and spend one day in Brahmaloka, it is as good as you have enjoyed enough, as much as you were here on the planet Earth for 4.32 billion years. But still, from Narayana's perspective, that is a very short time. And after the 12 hours of Brahma's time, our Punya Karma has exhausted and will come back and take birth again. Animals and plants, they cannot attain salvation. Maybe some exceptions may be there, like Gajendra, etc., because of the intense tapasya he did in the previous birth as King Indrajumna. So when the souls get their bodies as Devi Devatas or as human beings, we are endowed with that Chetanatvam, we are endowed with that Jnanam, that we have to get out of these repeated cycles of births and deaths. And these cycles of births and deaths are endless, as much as our karma is endless. Therefore, as Bhagavan says, it is only at the time of Sharanagati he will burn all our papa karma and will make us free of any karma, any sanchita karma. That is the only way we can attain salvation. If not, we'll be just making rounds and rounds and rounds of coming and going and coming and going between the planet Earth and the Devalokas or the Pitralokas and the Bhutalokas. And for that, once we have that pure devotion for Krishna, Bhagavan says, with that pure devotion, whatever we offer, he will accept very gladly. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakchupahrutam ashnami prayatatmanah. Any pure devotee offering to Bhagavan Sri Krishna with loving devotion a tulasi patri, a leaf, any flower, a fruit, or even some water, the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna accepts those offerings because they are made with loving devotion. Bhagavan will feel those simple offerings are the most delightful things for him. And Bhagavan Sri Krishna says he will accept them because those devotees are very pure at heart. And these pure devotees who have pleased Bhagavan Sri Krishna with their sincere devotional service, they offered Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. Sakshat Mahalakshmi has appeared as Rukmini Devi and she offered only Tulasi Patram to Bhagawan Sri Krishna and could get back Bhagawan Sri Krishna. Whereas Satyabhama tried to buy Krishna with the tons and tons of gold, she could not. But Rukmini Devi, with pure devotion, could offer a Tulasi Patri, a Tulasi Dadam, and could get Krishna back to herself. Pushpam, Gajendra, in Gajendra Moksham in Srimad Bhagavatam and in Vishnu Puranam, the king elephant, what all the king elephant could offer to Bhagavan Sriman Narayana is just a flower offered at the feet of the Supreme Lord Sriman Narayana when he came on Garuda Vahana and did the Sudarshana Chakra Prayogam to kill that crocodile. That crocodile, a Gandharva by name who was cursed by the Maharshi Devala to become a crocodile, was released from that curse, and that Gandharva who offered his prayers to Bhagavan Sriman Narayana, and he also went back to his place in the Svargalokam. So Pushpam, that Gajendra offered a flower to the Supreme Lord Sriman Narayana, who came on the Garuda Vahana. Phalam, the great devotee Vidura, could offer only some fruits to Bhagavan Sri Krishna, and the great devotee Shabari could offer only some fruits, some berries to the Supreme Lord Sri Ramachandra in Valmiki Ramayana. These are the two devotees who offered to Bhagavan with pure love, and Bhagavan enjoyed the loving offering from their hands. And finally, a great king by name Rantideva was the one who could offer only a glass of water and please the Supreme Lord Sri Mahavishnu, who came in the disguise of a poor beggar, because Bhagavan came to test the king Rantideva, who did Nirjala Ekadashi Upavasam, and when he was about to break his fast, and even the last drop of water that is there left with him, Rantideva could give it to a thirsty person and save his life. When our devotion is comparable to that of Rukmini Devi, to that of Gajendra, to that of Vidura or Shabari, and to that of Rantideva, whether we offer to Bhagavan anything that we offer to Bhagavan, be it a Tulasi Dalam, or a flower, or a fruit, or a glass of water, Bhagavan says he will accept them because the pure devotee is offering with a loving devotion. That is where all of us have to understand that the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna will be pleased only with a pure devotion and not by our material opulence. And anything offered to Krishna with a pure love is personally accepted by Bhagavan Sri Krishna. That is why we all should rise to the level of pure Bhagavatas, like Mahalakshmi, like Gajendra, like Vidura, Shabari, like Rantideva. And our offerings, Vedavyasa has given a beautiful description of how Rantideva offered only a glass of water in Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th canto, chapter 21. And any one of us can do that. Did not Krishna accept his childhood classmate Kuchela's offering of a handful of puffed rice? Bhagavan accepts any pure offering given by a devotee. And Bhagavan is more than pleased. And Bhagavan says how we should conduct ourselves in that kind of a sublime state. Yat karoshi yadashnashi yad juhoshi dadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. Hey Kaunteya, Kunti's son Arjuna, whatsoever you do, doing any job for a livelihood, eating, gardening, any daily activity, whatever we do, yat karoshi, yadashnashi, whatever we are eating, whatever we are enjoying, whatever we love to eat, whatever we do, any kind of pujas, anything that we do that are ordained by the scriptures, dadasiyat, whatever we give in charity for religious, social, cultural activities, and whatever meditation that we are doing, whatever austerities that we are observing, we should perform them all as an offering to the Supreme Lord Krishna. Then Krishna will decide, depending on how loyal we are, how sincere we are, how devoted we are, then Krishna will decide to accept our offerings. So if we become such pure devotees and offer everything we do, everything we eat, everything we give in charity, everything we do as meditation, everything is done with an idea of Krishnarpanam. Let us dedicate right from today every action we do, whether it is a materialistic action or a spiritual action. Let us offer that karma and the karma phalam to Bhagawan Sri Krishna. Because he is the Supreme Purusha, he is the master, Seshi, of all the Chetanas and the Achetanas. Chetanas, the conscious souls, Achetanas, the inert matter. The individual soul is always a Sesha, is always a servant. Sesha, Seshi Bhavam. Servant-master relationship between a Jivatma and the Paramatma, Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Whenever we do something, one has to be in such a humble mood that we are doing everything as a servant of the Lord. At the most we can be an agent, nimitta matram bhava savyasachan. We just have to be a servant. At the most we can be an agent, the worshipper and the experiencer. When everything we do is offered with pure love for Bhagavan Sri Krishna, that translates into pure bhakti, parabhakti, which leads us to Sharanagati. And that Sharanagati guarantees salvation at the end of this life itself. To each and every one of us who goes through the process of that Sharanagati. How fortunate are the devotees who totally surrender to Bhagavan Sri Krishna and get out of these clutches of Maya and attain Paramapadam, attain Sri Vaikuntham.